the amount of respect that Colby lost last night.
Yeah, for real.
I'm like, everyone should hate him now.
But in Colby's mind, he's still the king of Miami. He's still the welterweight champion. He's the vice president to Donald Trump.
He can't be the king of Miami when you're calling the cops and suing people.
Pissy.
You can't be. Yeah. You're a bitch. You handle yours, bro. That's all there is to it. You make a claim to the title of King of Miami, you got to handle your business. If not, some 4-year-old going to come run through you.
Well, he's like, I haven't fought for 2 years. Guys were ducking me left and right, and I'm like, no,
nobody's ducking you.
These things don't matter. This is not the right math. I tell you what, he's lucky I wasn't there during the press conference when he was saying that shit about it, because I would have stepped in and I'd be like, it's Christmas. Hey, you don't say that, it's Christmas. Oh yeah, I would have shut it down real fucking quick.
They would have been like, who's this guy? I don't know, but he's wearing all Christmas stuff. He seems like he's aficionado for Christmas.
Hat down.
And then I would just be there in the background like, oh.
Yeah, and that
make it seem a lot more serious.
Yeah, no, that helps because you know what, you think I'm going to actually like do something, but no, it's all about the Christmas shame. That's when I throw my hat down and say, "But humbug," and I walk out and I'm like all sad and they go, "Man, what are we doing here, man? What are we?" And then they apologize, they hug, it snows in the arena.
It snows in the arena.
The bell rings, Angel gets its wings. Yeah. I run back in with a sack of presents and I'm like, you guys do know the Christmas spirit. I'm talking like Santa, but I still... Colby. Yeah, fuck you, Colby.
And then I turn into Krampus and take him away.
Yeah, nice.
There we go.
There we go, full circle.
When I knock people out, they don't fucking move. Who the fuck is that guy? Oh, don't be scared, homie.
Welcome to Throwing Hands.
You're playing touch butt with that dork in the park, the ponytail.
My balls are hot.
You know, I gotta say, it's almost as if he's been waiting till I started recording to start farting. I mean, Crypto is now, the moment I started recording 2 minutes ago, I was talking and I was like, yo, that's insane. We've been hanging out for over 45 minutes. I haven't been recording. We just been hanging out. I mean, just fucking rips. He's just like, oh, you recording now?
You starting to do stuff?
Oh, dude.
It'd be a shame if I turn this into a World War II gas chamber.
Jesus, Crypto. Get up.
Crypto's like, you ever hear of tear gas? This is worse.
It is worse. It's like his food every day. His fucking, because in the morning he gets a CBD/coat treat, which is and it's like it's beef flavored, and then he gets his
beef stew.
And then he gets his arthritis pill. Then he gets his fucking and then we have fish oil for his coat that we pour onto the fish flavored food. So I'm like, it's white fish flavored food, and then I'm like, and then he just eats that, and then he just rips the nastiest fucking farts.
Fish and beef.
Yeah, just nasty. So you know what? Wordplay. Fish, ice, fish, snow, winter time, Christmas time, Christmas in Brooklyn, Brooklyn brawler, brawling with hands, throwing hands. Welcome to Throwing Hands Podcast. I'm your host, Joe.
Yeah, same.
These are my co-hosts, Ian and Darnell, completely over their head with what I'm doing. I'm a wild card. Wild card, baby.
Wild card, bitches.
Bang. Look at that much. My ball goes over the microphone, and now it's back. You don't know what I'm going to do. You don't know what I'm going to do around here.
He's crazy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, everybody. It's your favorite hardcore and casual MMA podcast where we go over the craziness, the bullshit, and the Octagon control. Combat sports, sports entertainment. We're your guys. From a casual perspective, you know, we got jobs and stuff. You know, speaking of, let me just take a little second to say, like, I know for a fact Darnell works, but it's like, how do I say it?
He's in his office right now.
Yeah, for real. He's always available though. Every single time, like it's like night or day. He's like, yeah, there's times where he's like, no, I can't make it to something. There's times like that, but it's usually because he's hanging out, and I'm like, yo, it's like I don't know, it's like a cartoon character, but it's like, no, yeah, he works, but it's like he doesn't work.
Yeah, just don't give people information on where I work and what I do.
No, yeah, no, it's for sure. But it's funny. It seems like you're just like, you are working, and then somebody's like, hey, can you do something? You're like, yeah, hold on, and you just tell your job like, hey, I'm done for the day, and then you're just like, yep, gone.
I mean,
that'd be fucking great if I could do that.
I made a corny joke to one of the trainers at my job, because I've never once seen them leave the building, and I've never once seen them enter the building, but I always see them there. And I was like, yeah, I kind of figured you were like, you know how when you're a little kid and you think the teachers just live in the building, and they didn't get it at all. They were like, huh? I was like, yeah, you know, like when you were a kid and you thought the teacher just lived there, you never thought they left. They were like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. And then it was weird. It made it feel like stalky or something. I was like, then I said, well, I never see you leave. When I'm waiting for you in the bushes, I never see you leave.
I wait outside. You know those bushes right before the gate? I'm in them every day, and I'm there for hours, and I never see you leave.
And what's the make, model, year of your car, and what color is it again?
What's your license plate number?
I seen a pretty funny TikTok about that, and it was about teachers like having lives outside of school. And like the teacher was like leaving the school, and one of the students said something, and then like a security guard just starts chasing her. She's like, "We got another runner!" And so like they're just dragging her back into the school.
Oh my
And then
God.
another one, like another part of it was like the kids saw her at like shopping, like just for clothes, and then like, they like talked to her. She's like, "Oh yeah, that's right," and she just like drops down and like shuts off, because it's like, you're not supposed to have a life outside of this fucking
That's
school.
right,
What are you
yeah.
doing here?
Turns into one of fucking Andy's toys.
Literally that. She just dropped.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, I full blown believe that for at least a couple years into elementary school. I'm like, yeah, no way. Where else are they gonna go? They have so much work to do here.
Legit, seeing a teacher or like anyone from school like outside of that setting, you want to say hi, but at the same time, you see that fear in their eyes when you call their name, because they hear miss and they're like, "Oh fuck."
Oh no.
Oh yeah, because now they're gonna hear the mush mouth of stories out in public when they're trying to enjoy their day. So, and my mom, and now we're out. So then first we went to, and then now, hey, have you ever had a burger from?
Yeah.
And do you know in class when I see you, and then like when we go to recess,
Interesting.
and then also that's my mom over there. That's who she gets when they come pick me up on that day. And Miss Johnson.
Just slowly disappearing into the clothes.
Yeah.
No.
It's always a Miss Johnson. More throwing hands questions. Christmas time. It's almost Christmas time, fellas. Did you get all your Christmas shopping done? Did you talk to Santa?
Yep.
My Santa was my mom texting me at fucking 8 a.m. last Saturday saying she just sent the Walmart link. That's it. I clicked it. It was for a fucking slow cooker. I just sent the gift that said, "Yes, chef, right away, chef." And now I have it. It's just sitting at the foot of my bed right now.
Man. Yeah, I heard that's, yeah, you already gave Reese her Friendsmas Eve gifts. It's like, that's how you guys just do Christmas in your world. Y'all just be like, here it is. And I'm like, that's not how Christmas works. That is
not a holiday anymore.
That is not how Christmas works.
It's another day of the year. It's an off day.
I'm going to go Gordon Ramsay. I'm going Gordon Ramsay.
Hey, hold on.
You piece of shit.
If you want to feel good about it, I haven't even opened what she said.
I'm sure she, and I'm told it's because she already was like, please don't open.
I wouldn't have opened them anyway. And she just at least let me know that she was sending something.
Yeah.
Because I would have got it, saw my name, and was like, what the fuck did I order?
Yeah.
That's all I would have said.
Then
open it and would have been like, I didn't order this shit.
It was smart.
What is this?
That went down that way. Yeah. Yeah. She goes, well, you and Ian already know what you guys are getting each other. I was like, yeah, but we haven't gotten it for each other yet. It's going to be a big reveal on that day. So I have a little fun word game to play. It's like a finish that sentence type thing. I've put this in the chat before, so it's not really new, this question, but you guys will enjoy this. Let's finish this sentence. I got drunk at the Christmas party and fought blank because blank.
Santa, because he wasn't real.
Damn.
How does that even make any sense?
You know when they hire the Santa for Christmas parties?
Oh.
I got drunk and I was like, "You're not the real Santa."
Yeah, bro.
Super sloshed with
body the fucking innocent bystander, bro.
Yeah.
Was just doing a job.
Ian's got a
presents
beer.
for his family.
He's got a beer and eggnog.
Jesus Christ. That would be some traumatizing shit for that Santa.
He would never. He probably would hate Christmas after that. Either there's two options: the peaceful one where he never pretends to be Santa ever again, or two, he now will dress as Santa and murder people.
Very fair.
Created a monster. Fought my boss because he took the last of the eggnog.
Bitch.
What is eggnog?
Fight fuel. I'll tell you that much.
Depends on how much bourbon you put in it.
Yeah.
Oh, so it is alcoholic.
Well, no.
Traditionally, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
But
say
you
the
can buy
people
it.
who drink it without the alcohol in it are psychopaths, but I put it in my coffee and I drink it straight too.
Because I got traumatized from eggnog because of MTV. It was like the early 2000s, and like they had like a variety of dumbass shows and stuff. And one of them, it was like some challenge, like it was like specifically for Christmas, and it was a challenge show. And this dude had to drink 100 cups of eggnog, and they like legit showed him throwing up. Like they didn't like cut away from it or anything.
So it was like
they
Fear Factor.
Yeah, they showed him just projectile vomit. And after that, I was like, I'm never drinking that shit, like ever in my life.
It's like trying to drink a gallon of milk.
Yeah, and I know that like that you can't do. Like you're just gonna
And
throw up your
eggnog's
stomach
thicker.
lining and that's fuck.
So good though.
It's
Eggnog's
so good.
I think I know what you're talking about too, and I'm still just like, damn, eggnog's so good. That's why he did it. I'm like when he started, he was like, damn, eggnog's so good, and then he he had to drink 100 or something like that. I'm
It's it's not 100 cups good. I'll tell you that.
No.
Nah, he made it like I think for some reason the number 73 comes up in my head, and
Good
I feel like
Lord.
that's and then he just fucking just fucking projectile, bro. Like not just like this shit was just fucking looks like someone had a hose connected to the side of his face, and they were just like, all right, full blast.
Was it like a mug? Like 100 mugs?
No, it was solo cups, but they weren't filled up. They weren't filled up. They were like maybe filled like a fourth of the way up.
Right.
But it was like the fact that like he did that.
A little more than like a shot of a little over a shot of eggnog at that point. Yeah.
It's like, why would you do this?
I'm
just a boy.
I got a good one. I got drunk on Christmas and fought my aunt because she told me that Joe was on ivermectin and it's horse pills.
Wow, that was oddly specific.
I don't know. No, that's not true. That's not right. But I will fight somebody over that. How about this? Do you have any memories of like, you guys ever like do like Christmases like around like a big group of like people, like family, like so like you're opening your presents that are for Christmas like around like other like your family as well, like they're opening their presents, like does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in that case, have you ever like gotten super upset at like what somebody got compared to you?
No.
It was the reverse.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I got Left 4 Dead 2, and then my cousin opened up like clothes.
Get wrecked, nerd.
It was kind of fucked up because it was just like I'm an only child, and then everyone else has multiple kids. So my mom just would do shit like that, and it even got more fucked up because Christmas morning, his mom comes in the room and is like, "Hey, get up! You got to wash these greens." It's like 7 o'clock, and we all went to bed at like 4. And it's like, why would you wake him up for that, bro? He's a kid. Let him be a kid for a little bit with us.
No way.
We don't see each other all the time, and you just coming in here fucking
gonna clean those greens.
It's like, bro.
I've definitely had the actual opposite where it's just like I was opening clothes in comparison to, and like other people were getting dope shit. And I can vividly remember just like standing there, like not wanting to open the next present. I'm like, it's going to be a fucking shirt again. I know it.
Another pair of socks.
I remember one year there was two things happening this year where it was me and a couple cousins and everybody, and we were just at like friend cousins, like friends of the family that are cousins. And we were all opening, they basically got us all the same shit. But the problem was they all, like, one of the things that they got us was all the same thing, was they all got us packs of like a deck of Pokemon cards, but their parents, and they don't know, so actually they got some of us better packs than others. And it was like I can vividly remember like one of the kids pulling out a shiny Mewtwo out of the deck and being like, look, and all of us were like, what the fuck? Well, how come he gets shiny Mewtwo? Like, the parents don't know how to describe it to us. They're like, we didn't buy him. And then we all got these like skateboards that had monster truck wheels on them. Don't know why.
I got one of those too when I was a kid, because I asked for a skateboard and they gave me this shit, and I was like, what? Exactly.
We all asked for skateboards, and that's what we got. And I was like, cool. It's because they were selling those at Walmart. That's why they said.
Yep.
And then they bought us. Yep, and they bought us everybody like an elbow helmet pad thing pack, and they were like, dude, everybody went out there and was like, all the kids were like, let's do it, let's ride around. They all put their shit on. I threw a fit because I was like, I don't want to wear that stuff, and then I beefed like fucking 20 seconds into riding it and just fucked my whole shit up. And just cried as all the kids. I remember one kid specifically, after I fell, beefed and cried. He also fell onto his pads, and he goes, "Look, I'm okay." And I wanted to be like, "Shut the fuck up! Shut your
you
hold me back!" Just ruining Christmas, and that's why I'm such a Christmas guy now. Yeah, but you looked dumb. Yeah. Oh shit.
One disappointing. I was pretty good about hiding my disappointment on a gift, and you get the gift, it's wrapped, and I could tell from the shape. I was like, oh shit, it's a video game. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm excited.
Always know those.
And then I opened it.
There's a picture frame.
Nah, it was a movie.
Oh,
and it was Spider-Man 2, and I was just I was like, thanks. Like, the smile completely gone from my face, everything, and I'm like, thanks. I know for a fact I look like such a spoiled brat for doing that right now. And I'm sorry for it, but fuck, I thought it was a game.
That's so fun. That's so crazy. I was in I used to have to do Christmases in Orlando for my Spanish family. And so, like, that's another thing. Like, you go to another place. The other people in the family, like the aunts, are like, I don't know. Now I gotta buy a fucking present for my nephew and shit like that. So they would just get us one thing. So same thing, bro. I give a present from my aunt. She knows me. I'm like, hey, it's a video game shaped thing. I'm like, let's go. It's gonna be something for like, it's gonna be like Kingdom Hearts. It's gonna be something cool. Open it up. Spider-Man 1. That's how long ago it was. It was Spider-Man 1 on DVD, and So I was so disappointed because I already had that. And so I already had that.
I've already seen this 47 times.
For sure. Oh my God. Yeah. At that time, are you kidding me? And so I open it, and she could see the look, and she's like, what's wrong? Because she's a Spanish. She goes, what's the matter? What's wrong? And my parents had to jump in. They're like, oh, he already has that. And just like the immediate of like how much she really didn't care, put any effort in. She goes, that's okay. Take it back to the Walmart when you get home. It's like $10. Who cares? And I was like, all right, word.
All right. Keep it down.
I think it was last weekend. Somebody just decided to be ignorant at like 2 a.m. And like they did not turn the music off because they were parking their car. And I was like,
oh, I hate that.
What are we
at
doing?
least lower it.
Come on, man.
Yeah. I was like, it's whatever. But
you want to ride through. You want to ride dirty through. I mean, hey, more power to you. You bought the system. It's whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna come out and shake my cane at you, but if you park, come on, man. I don't know why. I'm like, I feel like those dudes. I'm like, have those dudes never been sleeping when that happens? I don't. I'm curious. I'm like, have you never been asleep and some loud shit happens outside your window and you want it to stop?
No, they're the guys who get angry at it, but yet turn around and do it the same thing.
Yeah. 2 wrongs don't make a right.
3 rights make a left.
And 2 wrongs make a hell of a fucking egg roll. I'll tell you that much. Guys, let's get down to business. We have a job to do here, damn it.
The brass tacks.
Guys, I mean, seriously, enough goofing around. UFC 296 just happened, and it was pretty awesome.
It was pretty wild.
It was really good. It was actually pretty good. There were some ups and there were some downs. What do you say we talk about it? First thing first, before we even talk about any of the fights, apparently Aljamain Sterling's tickets got pulled before he when he got to the arena. Did you guys see this?
No.
Yeah, I watched the thing, I guess after media thing, like after the pay-per-view was done.
Right.
And Dana was just like, I don't know what happened, but the tickets were through a sponsor, so I don't know what happened. It's like, why were they through a sponsor? Like this,
You should.
worked. You're literally a fighter.
Yeah, I feel like that wasn't a good response. That's crazy though. I mean, yeah, I may not like Aljamain, but I don't think he should have to be going through a sponsor to get tickets to go see a pay-per-view at a fucking. He was the champion. What the fuck are we talking about here?
Seriously, that's what I'm like. Like, was he not champ for a while? Like,
now again, that's why Dana should be like more clear, because what he could mean is that like he went through a sponsor, and I don't know why he did that when he could have called like us. He could mean that, but all he says is, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. He went through a sponsor, so I don't know. And that makes it seem like Aljamain had to go through a sponsor. So I'm like, it's up in the air still, in my opinion. When you throw that out there, I'm like, it's up in the air. Because sometimes
I'm sure
dudes
he'll tweet about it.
Especially, well, here's the thing. If you have a beef with Dana, there's only a few dudes I know that have had like, actually there's a little bit more than a few. But there's a handful of dudes who have had legit beefs with Dana that were like for sure true. And then a lot of guys who have beefs with Dana that you find out that they're just being petty. And, I don't want to put that on Aljamain. Like I said, I don't like him, so I'm trying to give him benefit of the doubt here. But it's still fucked either way. He shouldn't have had to show up to the arena and that happened. And even then, he should have been able to like talk to somebody there and be like, hey, yeah, I'm Aljamain Sterling, former bantamweight champion. I don't know if that matters at all.
You also just don't want to be that guy who tries to name drop himself too.
Yeah,
then he's
but
like a bigger asshole.
Word, but at that point, like it's not really it's not really your fault. Like you tried to get tickets to do it the right way and it didn't work, and now they're kind of, I mean that, But I guess here's the other thing. Like when you have when you're a guy who has money at this point, like I feel like me who doesn't have a lot of money, like if you got to this point and your tickets didn't work, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like you would rage. But Aljamain's like, let's go to an expensive restaurant or go to a bar somewhere and watch the fights and order a bunch of beers and food and like not care, because he's like, we have money. It's all good. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal.
Also, the ticket person just could have been a dick.
That's true. That's true.
Bro was having a bad day. It was like, somebody's getting fucked up tonight.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
So happens to be Aljamain Sterling.
I'm just, I'm having a scenario where like he politely name drops. He's like, yeah, I don't want to be that guy, man. But like, I don't know if you know me. I'm Aljamain. He's like, Alja, who? Get the fuck out of here, buddy. I don't know who you are. All right,
Yep, tickets aren't working. Get out of here.
You want me to call the cops? You want me to call the cops? I'll call the cops. Jesus Christ.
That was wild. Getting the cops called on me because I said my name. Be like, okay, bro, I'm just gonna go.
Well,
I'll be sure to fuck you up later, though.
Did the tickets like not work, or was it just like I don't understand? Like,
but yeah, you can say in layman's terms, yeah, they just didn't work. Like he had the tickets, they got pulled, as in like they already took those tickets back and sold them to somebody else. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm not too sure, but in layman's terms, they just didn't work. Yeah,
it's wild.
Wild, a lot like the early prelims.
Yeah, what happened this heavyweight fight? Because I think I was like fucking trying not to fall asleep when it started.
When did you leave? I just imagine you were like out hanging out. You're like,
Oh no! I was still at home when you had messaged me
Yeah.
because we weren't gonna meet up until like 8:30 or something. So I was still at home, and I turned it on right when the Andre Fili fight was done, and I was like, "Oh fuck! I already missed something good." But what happened with the heavyweight fight? Because it got performance of the night, so obviously it was some crazy shit.
So yeah, Gazib knocked out Bidet standing, basically. It honestly it wasn't all that crazy. It was what you would expect from like a decent heavyweight fight. They just really they stood and banged for the most part. But that was really it. A lot of cage work, a lot of boxing. Like Gazib just really boxed him up and looked pretty good at it.
Volume on him,
but they were also, I mean, obviously, Bidet was gassed because he was fucked up, but Gazib was gassed. I mean, that's the thing. Then they were doing, this guy's incredible. I'm like, yeah, dude, he's a guy. He's in the heavyweight division. He did get a crazy
literally just
stoppage,
throwing their weights around.
Yeah, but he did get a crazy stoppage. I think if you would see the fight, though, fully, you'd be like, it's a great stoppage. Nothing crazy impressive, though. And I don't want to put that bad on him. I'm just saying that, like, yeah, it's a heavyweight fight. Of course, there was a KO.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, Andre Fili. Yeah, that was, shouts out the new little camera work they have where, like, they're showing, like, replays of, like, knockdowns in the middle of the fight, like, down in, like, the corner now. I didn't really see them utilize it too much through the night, but they can do it.
We used it a couple of times.
Yeah. Pretty cool. But, yeah, Andre Fili got a knockout as well. His after speech was like interesting to like call. He was like, the last time I was in here was oh man, how long ago? He said it was like 2013 or something. Yeah,
something like that.
It was crazy.
But since he did what?
Since he
Fought
got
in
a
the UFC.
No, since he got a win and had an interview with Joe.
Win?
Yeah,
Oh,
like no,
okay.
he's won since then, but like he
okay.
like he's
I completely misunderstood him then.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. It was a weird and like Anik right after he walked away, I feel like because Anik said he's like, that's right, he actually was, and like he said the stat better than him, and I'm like, Anik already had that lined up. Anik's like, you piece of shit, gunning for my job. No, but for real, it was a good knockout by Andre Fili. Just straight out. I like it wasn't. Sometimes when those knockout happens where both of them land, because it was just a hook that they both like switch connected, like left hook to right hook. I'm like, I'm not saying you got lucky, but
double knockout.
But hey, one's power stronger than I guess it does come down to like where each person's stance was, where they were throwing from, I guess. But it was just a matter of
hit.
Both connected. One person landed better, and that was Andre Fili. Well, let's talk about Cody Durden, because again, almost all these fights have something to talk about with them, which is that Cody Durden, dude, I hate that he lost. I had really no stakes in this match. I really didn't really know either of them, but Cody Durden was escaping out of these submissions. He's like a hero in a villain movie. You're like, get out of there! He just keeps grabbing his neck and wrapping him up, and I'm like, oh, every time, me and him, like, and the announcers would all be like, oh, that's in. Yep, for sure. Nope, apparently he's out again. No, it's fucking Brian Ortega-esque style of getting out of submissions. Fucking goddamn Volkanovski style of getting out of submissions. It was insane. And then just in the end, round two, he just kept putting on to fucking.
Well, he was on his back for a whole basically 4 minutes.
That was what was crazy. So he can't speak English. So the refs yelling at him to get he kept putting his toes on the cage. So he was riding his back for, like Ian said, for like pretty much a whole round. And he kept putting his toes in the cage. And since he can't hear him, the ref has to just go over and knock his feet out. And Ian was like, why don't they just stop it? I'm like, it's because that like where their position is too important to where if the ref stopped it just for toes, the place would lose their fucking mind right now. And then, but that's the thing. Every time he knocks his toes out, you can see he loses position. He has to like maneuver, and then he puts his toes back in and he gets in there. So, it's playing the game. It is what it is. But I mean, he looked good. Ulanbekov, he looked real good. But shouts out to Cody Durden. You did your best, man. You did your fucking best, dude. And then, yeah, you came in at the end where Lipsky put that crazy armbar on Casey O'Neill. That was
it was bonkers.
Again, that was another one where she put the armbar and then she twisted, and I was like, oh no, she's getting out of that. Tap. Never mind. It's
It was such a weird way to get an armbar too. Like after like that scramble, that little bit of a scramble.
In jiu-jitsu, you know what that is? That's a fucking I'm pulling and squeezing and twisting and cranking right now. I don't care where it's at. I'm going for it right now. And I mean, Casey O'Neill said, "This is awkward," and she's gonna break something.
Yeah, the way from the replay, I thought she's gonna break her arm after she turned over like that. I was like, this don't look good.
Another case of Casey O'Neill was rolling with it very well, all the submissions that Lipsky was putting on, but at the end, couldn't get away. That arm bar, like I said, there's positions to be in to make things loose, but there are I'm trying to think of like Sun Sao, who's the guy who tears people's legs apart, that was like banned from UFC. Pool host, or not pool host, that's Paul Harris, yeah. Can't wait to edit that part where I'm gonna put in a picture of put a picture of Albert Pujols in there. There's guys who just have incredible pull and rip and like grip that like and women for that matter, that once they get it, whether it's actually like technical or not, they're gonna hurt you. Cody Garbrandt back in the win column with a KO. Wouldn't you know it,
bro? We were terrified.
Yeah,
because we were just like we talked about like all his fucking fights, and we're like, bro, this man, he shouldn't have went to 125.
Nope.
He shouldn't have fought fucking what's his name, TJ, the way he did. Is that we don't know how this fight's gonna go, and then we just see a right, and we're like, oh fuck, he did it.
Classic walk-off KO. Classic walk-off KO, Cody Garbrandt. But again, I don't want to Dean Thomas this or nothing like that. Here's the thing. Cody, what did he do for that fight? He went in there and put his chin in the air and threw hands with Brian Kelleher. So he could have easily gotten knocked out at any moment. Like, I mean, yes, that's the fight game. That's what happens. But in this scenario of Cody Garbrandt, where they were saying, like, Cody was one of the best. When he had his run, I was like, yeah, when he was dipping in and out, not getting into every single brawl, hadn't been knocked out a bunch already. Like, now at this point, he's been knocked out a bunch already. We know the weakness, which is just stand and bang with Cody, and you have more than a 50% chance of knocking him out at this point. Yeah. And so I mean, poor Brian Kelleher. My advice: lose the weird haircut in the back and maybe focus take that extra time that you spent doing that weird haircut, put it into some more training. That would be my suggestion. That's
what one of our friends said. He's like, I'm going for Brian. What the fuck's on the back of his head? Yeah. Like completely changed his tune when he saw it. He's like, oh no, never mind.
As long as he has that haircut, I want him to lose.
Yeah, for sure. Ian also did not like it. Watching the fight, Ian's like, what the fuck kind of haircut is that? I'm like, yeah, no idea. The announcers had to say something about it. He went for something. Hey, guess what? Brian Kelleher, it didn't work. It did not work.
Not at all.
He had it the last time he was fighting too.
Yeah, wow. I think so. I don't know about you guys, but I think when Cody was doing his little after fight speech, it's great to hear that he wants to keep fighting and all that. Sounded a little slow to me, bud. I don't know. That maybe it's just me, but for me, he sounded a little bit slow. You know what I'm talking about? Like he's having some Mike Perry. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's the only bad thing about Winghouse is they do not use the fucking sound in there half the time. Like the shit be low as hell, and then there were football games going on too. So
yeah. Well,
that was like the main audio.
He didn't slur and he did not stutter or miss any words, but he did talk slow. And I'm happy to be back. And I think that I want to go into this next year with some fights. I'm like, hey, he's not missing any words and he's not stumbling on nothing, but it sounds slow to me. I'm like, I don't know.
COVID fucked him up.
Because it's like, I mean, it's the thing. If he came back and he was like, whoa, Cody's strategic. Now look at him bouncing in and out. It's Cody of old. But instead, Cody was just like, hey, how about I keep doing what I've been doing? Hey, it worked this time. I'm like, yeah, but next time you're going to get knocked out. And then you're going to get knocked out again. It's just... Or you're going to get into a war and maybe knock out a guy, but you got into a war, so you're dealing with some more head trauma.
Yeah, he came in there looking pretty fucking stiff. And that's when we were like, oh, shit, here we go. It's going to go bad. And then he was like, hey, remember that grenade I have tattooed on my right hand? Here it is. Just a reminder.
You know what's funny is I if he didn't say this was fight of the night, then I don't know what you did or did not watch, but I'm glad. I was just about to say this is fight of the night to me, and UFC gave it fight of the night. Irene Aldana, Karol Rosa, Hosa. Sorry, I was calling her Rosa, and then I was like, oh yeah, Brazilian. That's right, dude. What a crazy fucking fight. Now, I mean, I could have sworn that in the beginning I was like, oh, Hosa's chopping this bitch's legs up, and Ian was starting to chub up because he was starting to pay attention a little bit more, and he was like, yo, Irene is not backing down. And I was like, yo, she's straight Nate Diaz in these leg kicks right now. She's not checking them. She's not adjusting. She's eating them. We're letting her leg flop and then just walking forward more. And I was like, that's Nate Diaz. That's what Nate Diaz does.
And I'm pretty sure I heard her go, Stockton.
That would be fucking cold.
That would have been, that might as well, dude. Yeah. And I mean, at that point, I think really genuinely like you saw like a mind game be played at its best and like a will game be played at its best because Hosa like really didn't like once she noticed that she wasn't backing down, she's like, let's go stand and bang, I guess. Yeah. And then she just couldn't at that point, even though she was still clipping, she was still hitting Aldana. I mean, she's so good. Irene is so good on the feet. That she's like, you can leg kick me all day long. Use your stupid fucking calf kicks. I'm whipping that ass.
I think at the ends of the second and the third, it's like, hey, you could end this if you just walked through her.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you weren't afraid of getting hit in the face right now and getting clipped, and you just walked her down, she was done.
Yeah,
she was like every other hit was wobbling her a little bit.
And I told Ian, I said, you know what, so much respect for this fight that I noticed as the bell rang for the fucking the end of the third round, we were losing our mind. We were like, what a crazy fight. And then I said, you know what I noticed? Not a single takedown attempt. Not even a slight try to push up against. Nothing.
Neither of them.
Just were like, fuck, Max Holloway style. Fucking let's go right now. It was, man. And then I mean, you couldn't really hear but did you, Joe telling her it was. That was a very Mexican style fight, and I was like, okay, well, all right, well, Joe.
What was that supposed to mean?
Yeah,
but, bro, Mexican boxers, bro, they don't fucking. There's no defense. They're just in your face, beating your ass.
I like what he said follow up, which was that like you could hear it too. Joe was like all choked up when he was talking to her, and he was like, I was very emotional watching your fight, and I was like, I kind of felt that too. I kind of felt a little emotional watching that. It was crazy. Moved people. Fight of the year. I'm voting for it. Fight of the year.
Women's fight of the year.
Nah, fight of the year, doggy.
I think fight of the year is going to go to Strickland. Dismantling Izzy for 25 minutes.
First crowd work. Oh, that's good. Shit. All right. Let's Dustin Jacoby, Alonzo Menifield, really surprised that didn't end in a knockout.
Seriously.
Bro was the way he was throwing those punches. It was like, hey, relax a little bit, bro.
Yeah.
Because like, usually it's an uppercut, but he's like, yeah. It's like, what are you doing?
I said that I go, okay. They were like, he clipped him. I was like, oh, he's aiming it down. He's hitting him with straight shots. Let's see what he does. Winding uppercuts.
Sir, what are we doing here?
What the hell?
Like I was saying during the fight, I'm like, he wants the big flashy, like, where he knocks him back.
Sure.
Hey, this is real life. This is not fight night. This is real life. You're not knocking him out of the fucking octagon, bro. What are you doing?
I've only seen one guy.
Just kept hooking.
I've only seen one guy be able to complete that cartoonish knockout uppercut, which is Jeremy Stevens. Way back in the day, he had that big ass winding uppercut where he like put his hands up like this, and then he stepped in and whoop-ah! It's a good knockout. Hardest hitting 145er. Who the fuck is that guy? But shouts out to
Aldo said, "Hey, here's a liver kick."
Yeah, easy money. Yep.
Got him out of the entire UFC with that.
But yeah, I did have Alonzo Menifield winning that fight. So shouts out to both of them. It was pretty back and forth. Jacoby did have, I would say I'd give him a round. He had a round at least. But that was the only one where like me and Ian were agreeing with Menifield, but I did not agree with unanimous. I was like, I don't agree with that at all. I was like, Alonzo was hurt a couple times and Dustin did put it on. I was like, he at least deserved a round. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah,
unanimous.
I saw it as like a split decision for sure. Like, I mean, it was really back and forth the entire fight. Like, if you think about it, like they both kind of rocked each other. I think the only significant thing was Alonzo got that that takedown.
Well, I mean, Alonzo he did rock Dustin like pretty hard. He had him down.
That's what I was saying. It was back and forth.
Yeah.
Bro was tap dancing.
Poor guy. Yeah, for sure. I mean, poor Dustin. He's got elephant ears. Just give him a round. Come on. Main card starts with a big knockout. Bryce
Ian,
Mitchell.
I'm sorry I doubted you. I'm sorry I doubted you. You shut me the fuck up in that wing house. Like, I was like, this is probably gonna be a good fight, but I wasn't expecting what happened.
I wasn't expecting a fucking full-on seizure.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, Bryce Mitchell. I was just reading the article about what he said his game plan when it was and everything, and like going into that, which was to do a distance and keep his jab going. But then he realized halfway through that, not even halfway through, because he got knocked out. Howard? Like about a little over
almost 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's like he said, like, but at some point he realized he didn't like the game plan anymore and was just like, I normally fight aggressive and I normally put pressure, and I wasn't putting on a pressure that I like. So I decided to put, and I'm like, yeah. And the moment he decided to push, he got fucking sent to the shadow realm. It was insane.
He saw Jesus.
Yeah, right. Oh,
I also made the joke. He probably won't think the Earth is flat anymore.
Yeah, right. Maybe that knockout would be somewhat of like a DMT trip for him, where he'll like his mind will expand and he'll be like, you know what? I think we're all the same person. I think we're all connected now, actually. And the Earth is definitely not flat. And then his girlfriend's like, Bryce, I'm so happy.
Complete 180.
Yeah, for sure. No, yeah, it doesn't seem like the knockout really did too much for him. It's back to the drawing boards, he says. That's all he really has to say. And didn't say anything about the fact that he was convulsing and all that shit. I'm like, yeah, bro, your knockout was bad. He's like, nah, I mean, I'll fight again soon. We're like, hey, maybe don't for like a year, maybe.
Yeah, like just you take it easy for a while.
Well, he has to have a mandatory. Was it if they get knocked out? I think it's just 3 months. 6 months. I think. Yeah.
I was gonna say for that knockout should be 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's like
terrifying.
That's what's so bad about that though, is because like that's when they can't fight till they get cleared for training like weeks later, and then they just go in and do training, and it's like, dude, just fucking chill out.
Well, I hope they're smart enough to not really do live sparring for a couple of months.
I wouldn't even roll with like with the worry of like doing anything to your head. Like I would maybe some light rolling, no actual, maybe just like practicing the moves. I wouldn't even like wrestle or roll it with a knockout that bad. Like that was, you had a seizure after you got knocked out. Like I would, and I mean, first of all, like, let me say this about the knockout. Joe standing there screaming at the microphone like it's a TV. Hey, let him sit down. I'm like, hey, Joe, you're there at the cage. Take the headset off. Stop screaming in our ears. Go into the goddamn cage and talk to them. He's yelling at sit him down. He can't move. Sit him down. And I'm like, oh my God, Joe, shut the fuck up. I'm like, that's our job.
Like every time he takes a step, his legs buckle. He shouldn't be standing.
This is crazy, DC. And DC's trying to calm Joe down. He's like, yeah, I know. Like, I don't. And then he's like, and then they're escorting him out. Joe's freaking out. And now they're making him walk out of the cage. I'm like, they're taking him to the fucking hospital, Joe. What do you want? God damn. Now I can't wait to listen to the next 5 episodes of Joe Rogan's podcast where he's going to be like, yeah, that was scary, man. And I was yelling. I was like, you got to sit him down. I'm like, oh my God, you're such a hero.
And he's going to hurt himself again.
Well, yeah, that was good. Well, dude, man, he's going to fall and he's going to have a concussion. And dude, I've seen too many. When I was doing Taekwondo,
I was watching these dudes just get so banged up.
I for sure have CTE and I just don't want these guys to. Joe, baby, I love you, man, but just chill the fuck out. God.
Nah, he loves Bryce. He loves Bryce.
He does love Bryce. Joe's like, well, the Earth is flat, so. Shit. Listen, Tony Ferguson lost to Paddy Pimblett decision. I I was like, I feel really bad. You know, it was sad to see Tony lose. It was also kind of annoying to see the way he lost. But also the way he was acting coming into this fight. He lost so many people being like, you know, all that like, how should I say this? Sad hype, I guess, for like the if Tony loses, you know, like.
Oh, it's Shane Gillis. He described what we did with Tony is exactly what Shane fucking described. It's that old dog walking into the room and we're like, oh, hey. That's what we did with Tony, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck.
Just watched him get, I mean, just steam, like Patty was just clipping him up, piecing him up. He was trying. I don't like Patty's little, oh yeah, that's the thing. You can try to roll with me, but I'm like a blanket. You can't stop. I'm like, dude, that's not impressive. Don't say that about yourself. I'm like a blanket. I'll just lay on you. I'm like, okay. Thank you. I really don't know. Like, I don't really know what to say to that. I'm like, cool. Man, how do you hype that up? Like, oh, watch Patty Pimblett, dude. When he lays on people, he's like a blanket.
All right.
I'll give it to him at the press conference. He's like, hey, yeah, nobody should tell him to retire. Like, let him retire on his own. It's like, I get what you're doing. That's fine. But at the same time, bro, you just made 7.
Yeah.
You're the 7th person he's lost to in 3 years.
Yeah.
Bro.
It's
time.
I'll say it. He should retire.
Yeah. Everybody's.
Even Dana said it. Dana was like, he should retire. I'm not going to talk to him about it because I'm not going to disrespect him, but I'd like him to retire.
Yeah. It's crazy at this point. Oh, and I mean, he's going to set a record. I think at this point, he probably already has it, I think, for the most losses.
What's his name?
BJ?
Yeah, BJ. I think BJ's at 9. 9 in a row. And the worst one was to what's the Karate Kid? Yair. Yair was fucking made a training combo on BJ.
Oh yeah.
Like that was the worst one.
I think he did a last fight with Frankie too, and I think Frankie knocked his ass out too. I think.
His last fight was to Clay Guida. Damn. And it was a decision, but also he fought Ryan Hall, and it's like, oh, cool, you know, BJJ fight. Ryan Hall was like, ha, yeah, old man BJJ, give me your knee.
Yep.
Literally in the first round.
Immediately submitted him. Yeah. And that was why I remember that one, because he was like, oh, I'll for sure come back now, because I mean, I didn't even get hurt. I mean, I just got submitted real quick in the first round. I'll come back, and we're like, no. But
you are right. He did fight Frankie, but that was that was only in 2014.
Okay, yeah. Man, that was part of the start of the loss then, the streak. Damn.
Damn, that's even worse. He fought fucking Nick. He fought Nick Diaz.
Yeah.
That was the first loss. And then Rory McDonald, Frankie Edgar, Ricardo Lamas, Yair, Dennis Seaver, and it's like you lost to Dennis Seaver? All right, bro. And then Ryan Hall, and then Clay Guida, and then Dana was like, "All right, the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah,
preserve yourself."
Nick Diaz looked good in that BJ Penn fight. That was a good fight.
I didn't even know they fought.
Oh, dude, that's part of the. I've watched a video probably, I don't know, like 100,000 times in my life. It's a video of Joe Rogan talking about Nick Diaz, and he talks about that fight in it. And I mean, it shows highlights from him in that fight. It fucking boxed up BJ Penn. So I'd recommend going back and watching that fight. So it's a decision fight, but he just fucks up BJ Penn for 5 rounds. I think it's actually a 3-round fight. He just starts anytime BJ tries to take him down, Nick just like rolls with him and fucking does a crazy scramble, fucking box. Oh, it's good. Good shit. Anyway, Tony Ferguson, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
David Goggins there is like, you're making me look bad, bro. What the fuck?
David Goggins is like, you're not holding the boat. You're not carrying the boat anymore.
You're not carrying the boat. Give me that boat. You don't deserve this boat. Shavkat Rakhmonov. I mean, easy wins on Stephen Thompson, honestly. I mean, like, I really didn't see Stephen Thompson taking this fight in any way, shape, or form against Rakhmonov. I mean, like, I was like, just comparatively, I'm like, dude, this guy he's built like a brick shit house. He's built like dense. And I'm like, what is Stephen Thompson going to do? Karate kick that? It's like trying to karate kick actual like mahogany. It's insane.
Mahogany.
I was like, So he wins on the same pay-per-view as Leon, and I was saying like I think he needs to be up next for the belt, because if not, then they're gonna give the fight to Bilal, and I'm like, yo, please disrespect Bilal, and please, because you know what's funny? I don't know if you couldn't really hear the commentary, but DC at one point in the fight was like, he was like saying how like Shavkat or like who else could be up for the welterweight belt, and he was like, oh, don't even, how am I gonna forget this man's name? It's so disrespectful. The man who's been on an 8-fight win streak and on a tear, my brother Bilal Muhammad. And I was like, no, DC, nobody cares, and you don't even care. You just caught yourself. You were trying to put other people up for the belt, and then you remembered, oh yeah, that's right, Bilal fights. Oh shit, like nobody cares.
What I was saying yesterday is, because nobody likes Bilal, either have him fight Usman, because Usman still hasn't fought really. He did a last minute fight at 185.
Mm-hmm.
We don't give a fuck about that. Have him fight Usman, or have him fight this fucking destroyer of worlds.
Yeah.
Who has 18 finishes.
Hell
and
yeah.
it's just like, you want the belt that bad, bro? Go fight one of them.
For sure.
Go fight one of them and really prove yourself, and not have any of these last minute bullshit ass fights that you've had lately.
I
Sure,
agree.
cool. You have 6 wins. Oh, cool. But nobody likes you. None of them have been exciting. So, yeah, go fuck yourself.
When they shoot to people in the audience, we were watching the whole fight in depth, and the audience and everything. Every time they shoot to somebody in the audience, either medium to low to high cheers, every time. The only person they booed in that entire stadium was fucking Bilal Muhammad. That's the only person they booed in that arena was Bilal. The Trump, everybody coming in. They were like, yeah. Trump got the biggest pop. Everybody freaking out for Trump and Kid Rock again, as always.
Always.
They love when he's there. And then they go to Bilal Muhammad, 8-9 win streak. Who gives a shit? Everybody. Boo! I'm like, yo, just get him out of there. Let him just go. Fuck. Really, really, Sean Strickland themselves with this guy.
Yeah.
But Sean's likable, though.
Yeah. Oh, Sean's super likable now.
Sean is a gentleman and a scholar.
For sure.
My man's got a whole family out of the way before he jumped.
Before attacking
Cricket.
Duplessis.
He's just like, yeah, move over. All right,
That was.
You're like, oh fuck.
He also fucked him up a little bit too.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Drake had no hits in there.
No,
He
zero.
was immediately bent over, just getting hit. And
Got
just
bullied.
like, damn, dog. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I like how also nonchalant the wife and like kid were with moving out of it. They were like, oh yeah, sure, okay, we're gonna move out of the way over here now, and mayhem.
I guarantee the wife was staring at Sean, and she was like, "Yep, come on, kids, let's go. Move. Don't question him."
So funny, yeah. Drickus is such an idiot, and yeah, his fight with Sean, everything build up with him and leading up to, especially if Sean wins, is gonna make Sean 10 times more likable. It's just gonna keep him. It's gonna boost his stock so much more this fight, which. It's crazy. It's one of those. Sean just keeps being an anomaly where you're just like, this isn't supposed to happen. There's not supposed to be a hype behind this fight.
And yet,
here it is. A hype behind this fight now.
Well, he
And
definitely made it a lot more this like after that altercation. Everyone's like,
whose
well,
fault it is though?
Duplessis.
Nah.
Oh, Dana.
It's Dana's fault. Dana was like, I do the seating arrangements. That was on me.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And that's why he's not finding them or nothing. Yeah.
He's like, he was just like, God damn it.
He's like, I really hope they start to fight in the crowd.
Bro,
for sure.
when they first, like obviously, like this, it might as well just happen in real time. Because when they showed both of them, I'm like, who sat them that close to each other? I was like, They just went through it the night before. Who sat them that close to each other? And then sure enough, 5 minutes later, we see that video. And it's like,
You cut
who
to
did
Dana
that?
like, good.
Might as well have.
Yeah. Oops. Did I do that?
Crumples up a paper, throws it into a trash bin, sets it on fire. It's a seating arrangement.
I don't know. Mistakes were made.
Pantoja
We don't have
defends
to
his
talk
belt.
no, that fight didn't happen. We don't care about that fight.
I-
Let's move on to Leon and Colby.
I agree. I was just gonna say that he won, and that's it. And shouts out Royval for doing his best.
Pantoja has proven he is going to be a boring champion.
Yeah, that did suck, huh? Really went for a lot of takedowns in that one. Really was just grappling the fuck out of him the most he could.
Yeah, just
disappointed. And his kids are problems. Just fucking annoying ass little kids in the octagon running around making faces and shit. The fuck out of here. Ugh. Yeah, Leon Edwards just pieces up Colby Covington. Just does good work. Makes light work of Colby Covington. Honestly. And what a dumb. I love the thing that you sent in with fucking. I didn't even get a scratch on me. Ice around all his legs,
limping out of the octagon.
The fact that he said that on camera, that was up close, literally seeing
Had
a
cut on his nose.
cut on his nose, cut on his forehead. It was the easiest fight of my life. Yeah, it was easy, and then you didn't show up, dog. You literally, and then the fact that Joe straight up was like, "Yeah, what happened to that pressure, bro?" Like that's usually how you fight, and that's not what happened tonight. What happened? He's like, ring rust." Shut the fuck up.
It's been 2 years.
You ducked everyone for 2 years, my G.
Yeah,
you didn't want to fight anybody.
Me immediately. Yeah, Ian had a problem with when he said that. I had a problem. I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense. You're ducking. People were ducking you the 2 years. You specifically were on record saying no to people constantly because you wanted the title fight, which you don't deserve.
At all.
And here's the thing: if he would have, I was saying, I was like, if he would have went out there, put that pressure on, and lost to, and either way, if he would have lost to Leon or got knocked out by Leon, there would be a underscoop of respect of being like, okay, well, at least this man got fucking knocked out, humbled, and also at least he fucking did something.
On a fucking great fight.
Did nothing the whole time. Did nothing. Got fucked up. Shouts out Leon, and dude, you know who else shouts out to? Shouts out Leon's coach, man. Did you see that while you were there at all? Yeah. Dude, he was on
He was about
one.
to start fighting Kobe.
He fucking giving him the cutthroat thing. And Leon had to be like, hey, calm down. I'm like, yo. But his coach is a real ass dude. His coach was on it. You're disrespectful. Fuck you. I'm like, yeah, dude. I love his coach. His coach is the realest. The whole time and then I told Ian, we said, I was like, if Leon wins, we're watching the fucking Rocky video with quit feeling fucking sorry for yourself.
But yeah, hopefully this motherfucker disappears into whatever cave he was in for the 2 years that he was been gone. And he falls into irrelevance because you don't deserve anything in this world anymore, bro.
Yeah.
You already fucked over hella people. You got kicked out of one of the biggest gyms. You fucked over your homies.
Yeah.
You have nothing. You have nothing, bro. You just have your family. That's it.
I think that at this point too, for like, it's dumb anybody asking like, what's next for Cole? I'm like, who gives a fuck what's next for him? Like, let's talk what's next for Leon, because Leon, first of all, he's earned some time off. He's definitely earned a little bit of vacation time. So I don't think we're going to see a welterweight title fight maybe until like April, maybe.
No, it'll be for 300.
You think so?
Yeah, because he basically sat out the entire year trying to not fight Colby. Like, he did the Usman fight, and then after that we didn't see anything because he's trying not to have this fight that just happened. So he's just going to be like one of the fresh champions. And then Dana's already said multiple times that what's his name? They're not going to strip John, and then Stipe's not going to fight what's his name? Tom, which is fucking stupid. But also, guess who's been gone for like a solid 6 months? Brock Lesnar. He might be coming back again.
Yeah.
There's a good chance he comes back again just for this one fight and then disappear again.
He's talked about it, yeah. He was already going to fight DC, and then he had a better contract with WWE that he wanted to stick with.
And now they're like this.
Yeah, so now he can just go, I'm gonna go do this fight, make a bunch of money. Dude. I mean, here's the thing. He'd have to wait because the money fight would no longer be Jones Stipe. The money fight would be Jones Lesnar for sure.
But yeah, John, he ain't coming back in no April after tearing one of the most important parts of his arm out.
Yeah, if they would allow him to do whatever the fuck Aaron Rodgers did, then he'd be back ASAP. That's insane. Aaron Rodgers already back on the field throwing footballs, cleared to play football after 10 weeks after having a career-ending injury. That's insane.
Nah, that man ain't playing no football until next season. The season's basically done.
I guarantee you, if they get into the playoffs, he's gonna play. Guarantee.
Oh, I hate this keyboard sometimes. No, no playoffs for these motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, they're doing that bad.
Bro, they're 5-9 and just lost 30-0 to the Dolphins.
Hey, the Dolphins are one of the best teams right now.
Yeah, they're on fire this season.
Shouts out Mike McDaniel. Shouts out to him. Shouts out Tua. Shouts out fucking Tyreek Hill. Shouts out all the fucking Miami Dolphins. But yeah, I mean, there's always wild cards and shit like that. They have a chance.
They're 5-9. There ain't no chance no more. They're already out. It's done.
How many more? Yeah, I guess there's two more. Yeah, two more games in the season. Yeah.
Yeah, playoffs are starting now basically because they had, I think, in the hunt games last night, which they only do Saturday night games when it's close to playoffs.
Are they playing tonight?
Yeah, there's games today.
I was just wondering if the Jets are playing. Yeah.
Oh no, that might have been today.
Oh, that was today. They lost today. Get fucked. Yeah, no, they're probably done then. Anyway, but hey, look at that. Cover a little sports. Cover a little sports ball. Yeah, that's it. That's it, guys. That's it for UFC for the year. We're done talking about UFC for the year, man.
It's about fucking time.
Yeah.
Because WWE and this shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. We're getting Royal Rumble in January, so we're not even. Yeah, everything's. We get one more Monday Night Raw and one more Friday Night SmackDown, and that's it. Sucks. But I think what we'll do is next week we'll have a little funsy episode, and we'll just do the picks for January 13th, and then we'll take a break until after that. So we'll come back around that'll be like the 20th or something like that. Be a nice little breaky poo.
Nice little breaky poo.
That being said, we're not going anywhere yet because we got to do our end segment, Street Shenanigans. Ho, 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 everybody. It's Street Shenanigans. That's right. It's our end segment of the show, everybody's favorite segment of the show, where we go over the craziness, the bullshit, and the Octagon control of everywhere around the world. Street fights from all around the world. Waffle House, Walmart, alleyways, post offices, malls,
wherever
you name it, we're breaking it down to give you to let you know maybe if this person should have fucked around and found out or not, some things they could have done in different situations to protect themselves, to give you guys advice on what to do in these situations in the street, how to react, and a little bit of what we think of what's going on. But the most important thing to know about all these videos that we're watching, Ian, you're the professional, let them know.
YouTube, they're fine.
Nice.
They're okay. All right. We've been through this countless times. They're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly.
All right. Let's go ahead and start with our first one. Okay. Yep. You guys heard us talk about it earlier, and it's the best UFC brawl heard around the world. The one that if Conor and Khabib's brawl didn't end so fucking horribly in such a bad way with such a bad buildup, that would be like one of the best brawls outside of a UFC cage of all time. And it kind of is, but it just was so bad for everybody around. This is just what you call controlled chaos. And that's what Sean Strickland is. Controlled chaos.
Loosely controlled chaos.
Yep. Let's break it down. Let's see how it happens. So at this point, go ahead and pause it real quick. At this point, Sean, if you haven't seen it already, Sean has already put his hands back and done the finger gun to Duplessis, to which Duplessis they don't have guns where he's from, so he's like, holy shit, he actually thought it was a gun.
He freaked out a little bit.
And then Du Plessis just stupidly took such offense to it. And you know what? At this point, I don't care how bad or light, hard or light it was what he said to fucking Sean Strickland. I'm okay with what happens here. Go ahead. There's Sean telling the Burns family to please move out of the way, and I'm coming for you. Now, a couple things about
Elbows,
this.
punches. Oof.
Oh yeah, he came raining down with everything. Smart. Couple of things. He took the high ground. Smart. He grabbed up a clinch. Smart. This is how you do it. He got all the punches in. Out of all the UFC like little brawls that they've had between fighters and shit, this was the cleanest for sure.
Oh yeah.
Although we don't talk about this guy, but Masvidal and Leon, when they had the little scrap when Masvidal two pieces of soda, gave him 2 pieces of soda, that was pretty clean. But this is probably better. It was clean.
This is way more entertaining.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, I like to point out in this clip, I'm gonna let it play again.
Okay.
You can see Volkanovski just watching with a fucking. You can tell that he's just fucking smiling because he was right next to Sean. Right there. You see him just fucking smiling. He's like, "This is good. This is
great, mate." Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like Volk's support for Leon. He was like, "Smash that!" Like he just like fucking said some mean shit about Cole. He's like, "Smash that idiot." Yo, I love the cameraman running over. Oh shit! Oh, gotta get it. But yeah, this was good and clean as it get. Like I said, if you're gonna end up doing this, my suggestion is, you would think being seats back that Du Plessis has the better spot to be in, but realistically, he didn't. But yeah,
John stepped up on that chair and gave him the people's elbow.
Hell yeah, and that's the way to do it. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so I want you to mute this one because the yelling is super loud and everything. You can play it at low volume if you want. So a little backstory. It says that this guy in red put his hands on this guy in blue's jacket. He put his hand on his jacket and he's real upset about it.
And he's super peeved about it.
He put his hands on his girlfriend. So like assaulted his girlfriend in some way. I'm not sure, but here's what's happening. There, he's confronting him, but guy in the purple jacket has, I believe, a bat. I believe. So let's see how this plays out. Yeah, so he's yelling at him. He's telling him like, "Fuck." Again, right now, all you're really hearing is him just calling him a pussy and screaming at him for hurt. Now the girlfriend's making it worse because she's like talking that shit. Now he comes back over. Okay, so little standoff. Smart. Okay, pause. I don't know if this guy in the red shirt hit this woman or not. We don't know. But what I can tell you from the situation I just saw is that they were just in each other's face, and the other guy has a bat. Smart as fuck to just hit that guy. You don't want to wait for that guy to make the first move. You're not going to survive a bat. Well, you may not survive the bat hit. Yeah.
And by the time he gets the bat up to here, it's probably going to be too late. So
exactly. So now he's thrown his strike. He didn't really knock him out with it. Bad way to start the strike. I give him kudos for starting with one. Didn't really work out though. Let's see how it goes from here. I guess smart to try and keep the kicks, and then boom, gets hit by the bat. Yeah. So let me tell you what I don't like about that is this guy with the bat. He thinks he's justified because his girl. Dude, if you're that big of a bitch that you have to go confront somebody with a bat, I don't know. Don't have a girlfriend that you're just that you have to quote unquote defend. That's ridiculous. The other thing is that it's all on this guy in the red. Instead of hitting him, he should have gone for the bat. Like he should have reached for the tried to grapple him, grab him, because then you can disarm the bat better and significantly lessen your chances of getting it. So right there, it was a good chance. It was a good strike. It was a good shot. But at the end here, yeah.
My thing is for this, it can't possibly be that he hit the girl at any point because this whole video wouldn't have happened. Bro, it just would have been laid out already. You're not going to just try to go and talk to the nigga who hit your girl.
Seriously.
For sure.
Like this right here, he already would have swung on him.
Yeah.
So his girl probably escalated it right here, or he could have easily just been talking shit as he was walking away, and he's like, "All right, fuck it then."
He thinks that he called him a pussy as he walked away. He's like, he's like, he comes back. He's like, "You call me a pussy?" And the guy's like, "I didn't call you a pussy." And then that happened. So I mean, good back control by the guy in the blue jacket. Most guys just lose the bat. Most guys lose the bat all the time. I mean,
he kept the distance and then he swung it back.
So two things to be learned here. One, a great way to control a bat if you're gonna assault somebody with a bat. But if you are being assaulted by a bat, you don't want to start with kicks. That's not really gonna help you.
Try to kick the bat.
Yeah, for real.
Because that's what he did. He was like, right there. He like tried to karate kick the bat.
Yeah, and even then, like his hands up in the air, he that's a smart thing to do, but he kept like reaching out for it. You want to just keep blocking up so that way you can take the bat hits to your arms, and then you want to grab it afterwards. So we're talking like I've been assaulted by a bat before.
It's better than what this guy did.
Yeah. Hey, you'll think about it next time you're getting assaulted by a bat. Hopefully never, but if you are,
close the distance.
Close the
Guard
distance.
your head. Close the distance.
I thought Ian would really like this one. As it says here, she was more concerned about finishing her cigarette than the fight. Let's see.
Can't waste a stogie.
So good clinch work here. Got the stogie out. She's like, bitch, stop trying to hit me. Puts it back in. All right, back to work. Boom, boom.
Oh my
Uppercuts. Dirty boxing. Woo.
You gotta move, bro.
Dang.
She took time to beat your ass. You gotta move.
And you know what? If I'm the girl with like no hair, I'm talking all the shit to the girl with hair because I'm like, yeah, you know what? You damn right I got your hair. You mad as fuck. You ain't got no hair to pull on right now. She's built to fight in the streets right now. She's built. She's got her sports bar on, fight jeans. She's got her shoes on, no hair. Look at her. She's ready to go.
Black Air Force energy.
Put this bitch in there against Aldana.
It looks like she has black Air Forces on. That's even worse.
Damn, this is
always avoid those people.
Man, you know what I'm realizing? This is like a fight outside the restaurant out back by the dumpster. I'm just realizing with the black pants and the black Air Forces and like the sports bras, I'm like, damn, I think they all work at a restaurant.
And this is on break.
Yeah, this is Olive Garden. Oh shit. Yeah, that was a good one. Good breakdown. Let's move on to the next one. Our last one. All right. I'm gonna assume drunk man, but man v cop. Here we go.
Oh gosh.
Here we go. What is happening? I mean, the police is
Why is the
entering
cop
combat.
squaring up?
Yeah.
Because he has no training. He's
boom. Takedown.
Clean. And then the rest of the cops come up.
I'm going to assume
Like
these are cops
watching.
with no guns. That's what I'm going to assume. But yeah, no, I don't understand the idea of squaring up with him when like if there's this many cops, you guys should have just swarmed him and tackled him. But I mean, bro, yeah, you guys have zero chance against like a dude like 20 cops who can't shoot like a taser or a gun against like 5 MMA guys. You guys are going down.
Well, if this cop was by himself, he would have been fucked.
Oh my god, it would have been over. Yeah,
right there. Fucking had side control.
Good takedown. Clean takedown. Man, where's DC
Simple
with
trip,
the
too.
teleprompter when you need him?
Right.
Here, Joe, what you saw here is he sweeps the leg. Now that's so important.
So you catch the back of his knee and just lean forward, and
then you just land right there on the control, and he catches himself, hands out, perfect, keeps the base. So good. Hell yeah.
This person laughing is ridiculous.
They sound like a goose honking.
Yeah, it actually is a goose recording. They've learned they are the most fearsome avian creature on the planet.
Nice. He's not wrong, you know.
They're monsters.
Oh boy, so much fun yet again. Guys, thanks everybody for hanging out for this episode of Throwing Hands. I think after you watch this one, it'll be Christmas time, so enjoy your Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody out there.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah it's already passed, but hope you had a good one. Better enjoy your Christmas now if you're getting to do both.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Shit. Guys, please go follow us on our social media, SuperSour JIR on TikTok and Instagram, Facebook, where you can see our clips from these shows, updates, posts that we share. And you can also follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/SuperSour Games, where we stream a lot of Fortnite Festival, Fortnite Lego, World of Warcraft, a bunch of different games, most weekday mornings and all days through Saturdays and most Sundays. Sunday's coming back once I get out of peak. So in a couple weeks, Sunday's coming back. And please go follow Darnell at blanks on all his social media, which is TikTok and Twitter, where you can see his up to date. You can see all his day-to-day updates. That's what I was trying to get to. Thank you, Ian. And you can also see all his Destiny clips on Twitch, TikTok. I'm having a stroke. And
all right.
When I knock people out, they don't fucking move.
That's it. Merry Christmas, everybody.
That guy.
Yeah. Oh, like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget.
Click that bell.
Yeah. Peace. See you next time.
Welcome to Throwing Hands.
You're playing touch butt with that dork in the park, the ponytail.
My balls are hot.